Most people over 60 grew up hearing the same advice repeated by doctors, health magazines, and well-meaning friends. Just walk. Keep moving. Stay active. For decades, walking became the gold standard of healthy aging. And to be fair, walking does offer undeniable benefits. It improves circulation, supports heart health, keeps joints from stiffening, and gives a comforting rhythm to daily life. But what almost no one told older adults is the part of the story that matters most. When walking becomes your only form of exercise after age 60, your body may begin losing strength faster, not slower. This isn't because you're doing something wrong, it's because your physiology changes in ways that walking alone simply cannot address. After 60, the body enters a biological stage called anabolic resistance. This means your muscles no longer respond to low-effort activities the way they used to. In your 40s or 50s, a long walk might have been enough to keep your legs strong. But once anabolic resistance sets in, the muscles need a much clearer and stronger signal to maintain mass and power. Walking steady, predictable, repetitive doesn't provide that signal anymore. The science is blunt. Research shows adults over 60 can lose 1 to 2% of muscle every single year, even if they walk daily. That is why so many seniors say something that sounds contradictory. I walk more than ever, yet I feel weaker. And you can feel this decline long before it becomes something a doctor would notice. It starts quietly, almost invisibly. Standing up from a chair requires a little push from your hands. Climbing the stairs feels slightly heavier. Getting out of a car takes more effort than you remember. You hesitate before stepping off a curb. You hold on to the railing just in case. These shifts seem small, but they are early signs of a deeper problem. Your fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones responsible for lifting your body, stabilizing you, and reacting to sudden changes, are fading. And walking barely works these fibers at all. Walking trains endurance, not power. It strengthens your heart, not your quick response muscles. It keeps you moving in a straight, predictable line. But life is not predictable. Life requires you to turn suddenly, shift your weight, step sideways, step backward, reach for something above your head, or react instantly when you slip. These reaction moments depend entirely on neuromuscular coordination, the speed at which your brain and muscles communicate. And here lies the hidden issue. After 60, the brain-to-muscle communication system weakens faster than the muscles themselves, unless it is specifically trained. Walking doesn't challenge this system, because walking doesn't require your brain to solve anything new. The movement is automatic. You've been doing it your whole life. This is why older adults who walk every day can still feel unstable when turning, sitting down, standing up, or changing direction. Their legs aren't weak. They're undertrained in the exact areas that matter most for independence. And this leads to something even more dangerous: falls. According to CDC data, most serious falls happen not while walking, but during transitions: getting out of bed, reaching for something, turning too quickly, losing footing while stepping backwards, or reacting to an unexpected shift. These are the moments your muscles and nervous system must respond instantly. But if those systems haven't been trained, the body hesitates, and that hesitation is often what causes the fall. Many seniors blame themselves when this decline begins. They think they're aging poorly. They think their effort isn't enough. They think they must push harder, walk longer, or increase their daily step count. But none of that fixes the real problem, because walking is not designed to stimulate the muscles and neurological pathways that deteriorate fastest after 60. You can walk 8,000 steps a day and still lose the ability to rise from a low chair without using your hands. You can walk for 45 minutes every morning and still feel unsteady when someone bumps into you in the supermarket. You can walk for years and still find your confidence shrinking because your body no longer reacts the way it once did. And this is where the contrast with Japanese longevity culture becomes truly eye-opening. In many Japanese communities, Okinawa being the most famous, older adults do not rely on walking as their main form of strength maintenance. Walking is part of life, yes, but not the primary tool for preserving capability. Instead, they perform small, intentional strength rituals throughout the day. Slow squats while cooking, backward stepping while tidying the home, gentle isometric holds while standing, mindful upper body pushing motions while working with household items. These movements are subtle, almost invisible to the outside eye, but they train the precise systems that walking ignores: stability, reaction, power, joint control, and deep muscle engagement. And the result is visible. Japanese seniors in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s often surprise researchers with how steady, capable, and strong they remain. They don't train like athletes. They don't go to gyms. They simply perform the right movements, with the right intention, at the right intensity for an aging body. They maintain the ability to rise without effort. They can kneel and stand. They can turn quickly without losing balance. They move with quiet precision because their daily habits stimulate the systems that protect independence. So if you've been relying on walking and still feeling weaker, please hear this clearly. It is not your fault. You are not failing. Your routine is simply missing the new kind of challenge your body now requires. And once you give your body that stimulus even in small amounts, it begins responding quickly. Strength returns, stability returns, reaction time improves. And with that, confidence returns. Everything begins with understanding the real problem, because only then can the right solution finally start working for you. In Japanese longevity communities, the approach to strength after 60 is fundamentally different from the Western idea of exercise. Instead of relying on long walks or high step counts, older adults cultivate strength through small, intentional movements woven into daily life. These movements are calm, quiet, and almost meditative, yet they activate the exact systems that age weakens: first balance, power, joint stability, and neuromuscular speed. When researchers first observed Japanese seniors in places like Okinawa, they were stunned by how steady and capable they remained well into their 80s and 90s. These older adults weren't lifting weights or running marathons. Instead, their routines emphasized precise, mindful actions that trigger the deep stabilizing muscles walking doesn't reach. The idea is simple: walking moves the body forward, but intentional strength rituals prepare the body for everything else life demands. The first of these rituals is the invisible chair, a modified squat inspired by the Kagami Tachi concept, standing with calm strength. This exercise may appear gentle, but its effects are profound. When you lower your body toward a chair and pause just before sitting, you activate the quadriceps, glutes, hips, and deep core muscles in a way that walking never can. The static hold, called an isometric contraction, forces the brain to recruit fast-twitch muscle fibers. The fibers essential for rising from chairs, climbing stairs, and reacting quickly when you lose balance. These fibers decline the fastest after 60 and are barely touched during walking. The invisible chair strengthens them safely without strain. You don't bounce, you don't drop deeply, you don't rely on momentum. You simply hold yourself calm, steady, intentional. For Japanese seniors, this type of posture reflects dignity and discipline. For Western seniors, it becomes a powerful tool for rebuilding the fundamental strength that preserves independence. Performing this hold even for 5 seconds teaches the nervous system to fire more effectively. Over time, the movement improves the ability to stand up smoothly, maintain steadiness while turning, and support the body during tasks that require lower body control. One of the overlooked benefits of isometric work is confidence. When older adults realize they can hold their body weight even briefly, they begin to trust their legs again, and trust is a form of strength all on its own. The second Japanese-inspired movement is the counter push-up, rooted in the concept of Shinkoto, refined deliberate form. Many people underestimate how important upper body strength becomes after 60. It determines whether you can catch yourself during a fall, push yourself up from the floor, support your body when rising from bed, or maintain healthy posture throughout the day. Traditional floor push-ups are too demanding for most seniors, while wall push-ups are often too easy to stimulate real change. The counter push-up provides the perfect middle ground. By leaning into a counter at a controlled angle, the body receives enough resistance to activate the chest, shoulders, triceps, and deep stabilizers in the core. This exercise trains the neuromuscular pathways that weaken with age. Each slow descent teaches your brain and muscles to coordinate smoothly, building the responsiveness older adults often lose. In Japanese movement philosophy, control is more valuable than speed. The goal is not to perform as many repetitions as possible. The goal is to execute each one with deliberate precision. This mindset produces strength that feels elegant and reliable, strength based on awareness rather than brute force. Seniors who practice counter push-ups often notice improvements in posture, shoulder comfort, and daily function in a matter of weeks. They describe feeling lighter in their upper body and more prepared for unexpected moments. But perhaps the most transformative movement of all is the step-back lunge with support, inspired by the principle of Ashiro ni Susumu, stepping backward to move forward. This movement directly targets the skill that protects seniors against falls. Backward balance recovery. Walking only trains forward motion, but most dangerous falls occur backward or sideways. When you step backward slowly, your brain must adjust instantly. This awakens the stabilizing muscles in the glutes, hamstrings, calves, and deep core. More importantly, it trains proprioception, the body's internal GPS, the sense of where you are in space. Proprioception fades rapidly after 60 unless you train it. Without it, turning, stepping down, or being bumped by someone can feel destabilizing. When older adults practice the step-back lunge with a chair or counter for support, they're teaching their bodies how to respond smoothly when life surprises them. The movement conditions the nervous system to react sooner, faster, and more confidently. Seniors often describe feeling more grounded and less fearful of losing balance. And emotionally, this movement carries a beautiful symbolic meaning. Even when you take a step back, you are not losing control, you are training control. Together, these 3 exercises form a Japanese-inspired system that strengthens the entire body in under 10 minutes a day. They do not require equipment. They do not require high intensity. They require only presence, intention, and repetition. Each movement was chosen because it stimulates the muscle fibers and neural pathways that walking ignores. And when these systems reawaken, the entire aging experience begins to shift. Walking keeps you moving, yes, but it does not improve strength, reaction time, or deep stability. these Japanese-inspired exercises do. They restore the foundations of independence. They help seniors rise from chairs, steady themselves during transitions, and move through their homes with confidence rather than caution. The Japanese approach teaches something powerful. Strength after 60 is not about doing more. It's about doing the right things. And when you move with intention, even in small amounts, your body begins to remember its capability. This is the quiet transformation that walking alone cannot create. Each deliberate hold, each controlled push, each mindful backward step becomes a message to your muscles and your mind. I am still strong, I am still capable, I am still here. Before beginning any new movement routine after the age of 60, the most important thing to remember is this: you don't have to be strong to start, but you do need to start to become strong. Many seniors hold themselves back because they assume exercise must be intense, painful, or complicated to be effective. But the truth is surprisingly comforting. Strength after 60 isn't built through pushing harder. It's built through moving smarter, with slow, controlled, intentional motions that teach the body how to coordinate itself again. These Japanese-inspired movements are not about testing how much you can endure. They're about awakening systems that have been quiet for too long. Still, it's essential to begin with awareness. If you've recently had a joint replacement, major surgery, severe arthritis, flare-ups, dizziness, or unstable balance, consult a doctor or physical therapist before attempting the routine. But for most older adults, these exercises are safe because they rely on bodyweight control, gradual intensity, and optional support. Using a chair or counter isn't a sign of weakness. It's a strategic tool that makes the movement safer and more effective. Support allows your body to learn correct form, giving your nervous system the chance to rewire without fear of falling. And when fear decreases, confidence increases. One of the biggest misconceptions about training after 60 is the idea that you need long exercise sessions to make progress. You do not. In fact, shorter, more focused sessions often produce better results. The reason is neurological. Your brain responds quickly to intentional movement. Every single controlled hold, every slow descent, every mindful backward step strengthens the communication pathways between your brain and your muscles. This neurological reactivation is the foundation of stability. It's what allows you to stand from a chair more smoothly, turn without hesitation, and react quickly when life throws a surprise at you. And it doesn't take months to feel these improvements. Many seniors notice changes in as little as a week, subtle at first, then increasingly meaningful. As you practice these three movements, pay attention to three things: form, breath, and control. Form ensures your muscles activate correctly. Breath relaxes your nervous system, allowing smoother motion. Control teaches your brain to manage transitions, the very moments where most falls occur. Move slowly. Slow movement is not weakness, it's intelligence. When you move slowly, your nervous system stays engaged, strengthening the very pathways that keep you stable during daily life. Rushing through a movement may feel productive, but slow practice builds the actual skills your body needs at this stage of life. You may struggle at first, and that is normal. Many seniors feel disconnected from their bodies when they begin. They say things like, "I feel stiff, my legs don't listen like they used to," or "I'm afraid to lose my balance." These feelings don't mean you're incapable. They mean your body is waiting to reconnect. With each repetition, you rebuild that connection. Even one successful hold or one smooth backward step is evidence that your body is learning again. Celebrate that. Progress at this age is not measured in how many reps you do, but in how much confidence you gain. And confidence always returns when movement becomes intentional. In Japanese longevity philosophy, there is a deep belief that the body and mind strengthen together. They call it shinshin ichin, your mind and body as one. When you move with awareness, your mind settles. When your mind settles, your body responds better. This is why Japanese seniors often look peaceful while performing strength rituals. They are not chasing intensity. They are practicing presence. And presence is a kind of power. It turns exercise from a task into a small daily ceremony of self-respect. There is also the concept of ikigai, your reason for getting up in the morning. For many older adults, movement becomes part of this purpose, not because they want to become athletes, but because movement preserves the ability to live life fully. Maybe you want to walk with your grandchildren without feeling exhausted. Maybe you want to garden without worrying about your knees. Maybe you want to travel again, or simply move around your home without fear. These goals are not trivial. They are deeply human. And each time you practice the invisible chair, the counter push-up, or the step-back lunge, you are investing in that vision of your future. You might wonder how long it takes before you feel changes. The answer is encouraging. Improvements often begin immediately. Not because muscles grow overnight, but because your brain improves its communication with your muscles. The first signs are subtle. Standing up feels easier, turning feels smoother, walking feels lighter. Then, gradually, tasks that once required effort become natural again. Your legs begin responding faster. Your posture improves. Your steps feel more secure. These are not small victories. They are the first signs that your independence is returning. As the weeks go by, you may notice emotional changes too. Fear shrinks, confidence returns. You trust your body again. You begin moving through your home with ease instead of caution. Perhaps the most powerful transformation is the shift from "I hope I don't fall" to "I know I can catch myself." That shift alone is life-changing. Before we finish, take a moment to think about what brought you here. Was it fear of losing strength? Worry about balance? A desire to age with dignity and capability? Whatever your reason, honor it. It is your personal ikigai for movement. If you feel comfortable, share it in the comments below. I read every message, and your stories guide the videos I create next. As you see the recommended videos on your screen now, explore them at your own pace. Each one is built on the same Japanese-inspired philosophy: gentle strength, mindful practice, and respect for the aging body. You don't need to master everything today. You simply need to begin, and you've already taken that step. And if no one has told you this yet, you are capable, you are resilient, you are stronger than you think. This quiet commitment you made today might be the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with confidence, freedom, and joy.